What up, yo? Yes, I'm still wearing the same jersey, man. Um, because it's good to wear the same jersey twice in a row. So we are here on the eve of the we are here on the eve of the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals about to go. Jack and Dretty, what's up, man? What's happening, baby? What's happening? So we're here on the eve of the World Cup quarterfinals, man, where things get very, very real. So obviously, as you know, the um, the first two quarterfinals I've already put out there: France, Uruguay, Belgium against Brazil, and the other two are going to go out probably later tonight. Also, to let you know, Hope Meets Banter, my collaboration with the Banter Boys is we're going to drop a video on that possibly tonight or tomorrow. So we just shot a vid, me, Devil, and your boy Drift. So we're going to drop a vid on that tonight where we review the last 16 and we look ahead to the quarterfinals. And look, man, what we're trying to really make some stuff happen with this whole Hope Meets Banter thing. We really want to try and make this thing happen and really try and do something interesting with it. So we're just trying to work on a few things. So hopefully, we will be able to really give you some interesting content with me and the Banter Boys out there. So again, look, man, this is a live vid. I'm here to take your questions, take your views, interact with you guys. But look, man, I'm excited, man. I won't lie. I'm excited because I think we have some very, very tasty quarterfinals. And I'm hoping that we get some great games. World Cup already, like as of right now, this is the best World Cup that has ever been in history, and it would be a shame if we have breaks for matches in the upcoming game. So hopefully, if it does maintain the momentum for the quarters, semis as well, then give me a final that's really tight, then I'll be cool. We'll be cool with that. Um, so let's just see what dudes are saying, man. So Jack and Dressler said he can't wait for these games. You we haven't signed Cristiano yet, but do you see it happening? Look, man, I think this whole Cristiano thing looks pretty real. From everywhere that I'm reading, I'm hearing that this could take a few days. Nothing is signed yet. Nothing is done yet. Um, but I believe that it's looking really real. And when you just look at everything that's happening, as in for Cristiano, um, the hiring of Lopetegui the hiring of Lopetegui signals Real Madrid want to enter a whole new era. And I think you're going to see a new playing style of Real Madrid that may actually even suit someone like an Isco. So when you think of that and you think that, Real Madrid are going to try and get a big star, look, I think the summer is still young. I mean, even if once the World Cup finishes, man, we still have the second half of July and the first half of August. And I think that the French league and the Spanish league, they start later. So you will still have about a month of wheeling and dealing. And PSG have said no sale, nothing. Neymar is not for sale. You never know, man. Didn't Barcelona say the same thing about Neymar when they said Neymar was sale? Liverpool categorically said with Coutinho, no, not for sale. In today's day and world, to quote the great Teddy Bias, $1 million man, everybody's got a price. Everybody has a price. I have a price. I wouldn't reveal it, but I definitely have a price. Um, so Ahmed Ibrahim says, Double H, thoughts on Arsenal with the new manager Unai Emery this season? Can they make the top four? Yeah, man. I mean, for me, look, I was actually speaking to Deva about this earlier today because he's an Arsenal fan. And I think the team I am most interested to see has to be Arsenal, 100%. Because I've never seen Arsenal without Wenger. From as long as I've been watching Arsenal, they've always had Wenger. Just to see a new man in the Dockets with different ideas, a different tactical game plan, and just to see how he'll make Arsenal look, I think that's actually really exciting. So I just think it's very intriguing. The Premier League is good. The Premier League gets tougher and tougher, and that top four gets tougher and tougher each year. So it's going to be tough, man. I don't know whether they make top four. To be honest, if you're going to ask me now, I say no. I think the other teams are better than them and much more in tune. Um, Would you rather have Rakitic or Ozil? Easily Rakitic. I think you're meaning Rakitic. Ozil is overrated, talented but criminally overrated. He ain't that good. Um, Jason Payne, do you think Cristiano going to Juve is going to make the league worse because he's joining a team that's won the league 7 years in a row? My opinion is that he should go to Napoli for more competition. First of all, Cristiano is not touching Napoli. Based on his brand, the kind of player that he is not touching in Napoli. And for me, look, I think it is what it is, man. Him not going to Juventus will still win the league anyway. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can battle with Juventus. So I think that Cristiano going to Juve means that Juventus probably win the league in December. But I told you, it doesn't matter. Juventus were always going to win the Serie A, and I've been talking and preaching about it, but nobody wants to listen as to why it is problematic having Juventus be so strong and the other teams be so weak. Nobody wants to listen to me, so fine. I say screw it. What the hell can you do? All right, I think I got a super chat here. From the real EMC, HH, do you think that by implementing the tennis appeal system into the VAR, it would improve it? Each manager would have a set of amounts of appeals they can make pre-match. This is what I mentioned. I don't know whether I actually said this during one of my videos, but this is what I definitely mentioned to someone. How annoying is it that everybody keeps doing this? Because I'm sorry, we should all be saying, why? Okay, so referee, why are you going to look at that and not look at that? So my thing is that if you're introducing VAR, which is similar to the appeal system in tennis and I think in NFL and so forth, everybody gets 3 appeals. It can be for anything: a penalty, a punch, a shove, a pull. I get 3 appeals where you have to come and look at the tape for 3 appeals. And once I use up my 3 appeals, that's it. The danger of that, and why I don't like that, and my issue with the VAR is that will slow the game down. Because 3 appeals means that 6 times during the game, that flipping referee has to run all the way to that bloody TV screen. I'm going to see 3 screens on my screen, and we've got to wait for at least about 10 minutes for him to decide whether or not it's a foul or not. For me, I don't like that. Hence why introduce the appeal system if this VAR thing is swift. And I think even Drift even made a very good point. Let the dude have a flipping watch or an iPad on him. He flips it, he looks at it, makes a quick decision, and we move on. What I don't want football turning into is the NBA or the NFL or tennis, because that's just trash. The beauty of our football is that it's quick and it's swift. This whole thing, it's been okay. It's been okay. I mean, the VAR has done some good stuff, but my goodness, it has to be quicker. It's got to be much quicker. Yes, a flipping iPad, not an iPad, a flipping iPad. That's what the hell I said. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. Alexandro to United. That's a good buy. That's a good buy. United have been suffering on the wings. Sanchez has been trash since he's been there. Martial is not a winger. And I think United have 0 quality from the thing. Valencia and Young are trash wing backs. I'll say it again for the kids at the back. Young and Valencia are trash wing backs because they're actually natural wingers. So United literally have no offensive quality from wide, either as wingers or as wing backs. Alexandru is a quality wing back. He's very good on the ball. He can make a very good cross. He can get to the byline. He's got great ability and great good ball control. So for me, if United have to pursue Alexandru, and I think Alexandru in that team would definitely be a quality player and actually improve the chances that United can create. So definitely get that for these boys. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. HL11 Productions. Juve have to offload a player to get Cristiano. Apparently, it's the Dybala. If Juventus have to offload the Dybala, there's no point in getting Cristiano. If it was me, I ain't selling Dybala for Cristiano. For me, that's a poor trade. That's a poor trade because you need Dybala in that team. You 100% need Dybala in that team. So I ain't giving up to Dybala. I'll give up Pjanic. I'll give up Higuain because I've got Mandzukic and Cristiano is a goal scorer. So I'll give it Higuain. I can't give up to Dybala Because Cristiano can't create. He's a goal scorer. He's not a playmaker. He's not smart enough to actually create. So you need that smart and brains, which is where your boy Dybala comes from. Um, Gilbert Walker, do you think that an England World Cup win would be good for English football, or would it paint over the cracks of big problems at grassroots levels, academies, etc.? For me, I think a World Cup win may actually be good for English football in the sense of that this is a young team. Um, this is a more racially diverse team. I think a World Cup win would actually boost the youthfulness of English people. But my issue with the English is that there is an arrogance about them. So there's an arrogance about them where if they win the World Cup, they'll feel like, if nah, man, we're now on top of the world. Because again, like, who the hell put the bookies of England being favorites over Belgium to win the World Cup? Are you crazy? And so you're telling me that Harry Kane is as good as Hazard, as De Bruyne? Just tell me that Harry Kane, Jay Lings, and Sterling are on the same level as Hazard, Lukaku, and De Bruyne. Are you insane? Come on now. So I just don't know that this is a really good team. I like the team. I'm liking what Kane is doing. I'm liking what Rashford, Jay Lings is doing. I'm liking the defense. I'm really liking the defense. But I just think that the English just need to really chill out and be humble. Like, humbleness has gotten them this far. The worst thing to do is not say, "Yep, we're going to win the World Cup. We're going to go all the way," because that's not really the right way to flow. Um, all right, what else? What are you guys saying, man? What are you guys saying? Um, Mark Lewis, I'm going to induct Mark Lewis into the Brick Academy. How dare you open your mouth and say Ashley Young is world class? Ashley Young is world class. He's world class at being a brick, at wing back. That's what he's world class at. So please, yeah, 9 goals to Inter Milan. That's a great buy. Roma have lost a huge player there. How Roma allowed 9 goals to go is a stupid. I think Inter Milan still need a creative playmaker. They still need someone to create for a Cardi. But I think 9 goals definitely improves the midfield of Inter Milan and makes them a lot more stronger. I think that's actually really, really good buy. I mean, how Inter Milan managed to pull that out was good, but I still want Inter to get a creative man. So 9 goals isn't the player they needed, but he's still a good player to have. He's still a very good player to have. Yeah, a keeper can be. I mean, Neuer is the closest guy to be a horseman. He's the closest guy to being a horseman. Uh, what else? Well, let me see. So, as that Shigler, do you think Guardiola would be a good fit for Japan national team? The mentality fits. Yeah, I mean, it would. But you know what? I don't want to go Guardiola to be the Japanese manager. Why can't I? I wish FIFA would make this a rule. Every country should be coached by a manager that comes from their country. That you should be banned from having foreign coaches. I think it should keep in the mindset of the work where I want to play Belgium top down. I want to play Nigeria top down. I want to play France top down. So the manager, the coaching staff, everybody is French. The entire team is French. That's what I want. And the Japanese coach did absolutely well. Like, if Japan had any sense, keep that Japanese manager and make him literally cover all facets of Japanese football from youth all the way to the senior team, and he oversees everything, because I think what he did with these Japanese boys was absolutely amazing. I think Guardiola is Spanish. He's not Japanese, and this guy, he understands Japanese football, and Japanese football is different from Spanish football. It's similar, but let Japan play their own way, because their own passing style is different from Spain's passing style. I told you, Spain are a poor man's Japan. They're a poor man's Japan. I told you, man, Uruguay are my sleeper pick. Uruguay could sleep this. I think France are gonna have a very. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. This game big. This game is getting big, man. I literally can't. I literally cannot wait, man. I literally cannot wait. I've got to take out my chain, man. Representing the continents out there. So, what you guys saying, man? Yeah, Sweden are trash attacking wise, but still, man, they still don't know how to get their G's. I mean, Sweden are not going to cause England many attacking problems, but it's about them trying to just take a few of their chances. Yeah, true. Lingard is not a brick. I think you're being a bit harsh. No, 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 no. I think if Modric wins the World Cup, I mean, Horseman, I need to see how his career ends. You know, I still think how his career, but I don't think that he's on the level of the Horseman. That I told you guys to be a Horseman is very tough. It's very tough. Like if Messi led and inspired Argentina to World Cup victory, he'd easily be a horseman. He'd easily be a horseman. Like Messi has all the tools to be a horseman, but as it shows that he ain't that great of a player, man. Because if you can score in a World Cup non-knockouts, man, I'm sorry, man. Like I mean, I didn't even want to talk to you. Um, no, no, no. Yeah, Inouye is quality. Inouye is quality, man. Inouye is flipping quality. Um, in Nigeria playing the Seychelles, I did not know that. Iniesta, okay, people keep asking me this. Why isn't Iniesta a horseman? Because Iniesta's got everything. One of the best midfielders of his generation. Has won Champions Leagues, league titles, has won a treble, has won the Euros, has won the World Cup. So he's got the accolades. He's got the skill, he's got the talents, but why isn't he a horseman? Because I don't think he has made the kind of impact that the other dudes made. Because when you look at Maradona, Pele, Zidane, all these boys, Beckenbauer, they made an incredible impact on the game of for football. They left a serious legacy. Like their introduction and how they affected the game was huge. Like I think the closest guy to a horseman is Ronaldinho. But the reason why I don't take Ronaldinho is I don't know, there's just something about he had to ball in that 2006 World Cup. And because of that 2006 World Cup, that's the thing that just keeps me because Ronaldinho is at the cusp of being a horseman because that's what I want. I need to see your impact. I need to see how you elevated the game as an individual. You know, I need to see how you were able to set yourself apart. Has Iniesta really set himself apart from Javi? You know, because I told you, I mean, I mean, homeboy needed Xavi, bro. You know, whereas all the other guys were literally entities all to themselves. You know, look, I told you, man, I'm taking PL over Iniesta. Sue me. I'm taking PL over Iniesta. Okay, when anyone says, sue me. Um, John, John Stones are house. I mean, guys are having a laugh, man. Um, should I grow a Southgate beard? Go for it, man. I'm shaving, so I think that's Swedish. I don't speak Swedish. Do you think Nigeria can qualify for the 2019 AFCON? Hopefully, hopefully. If they don't, then Nigerian football will be set back about another flipping decade, man. Um, it's from Rodrigo Velarde. Do you think Sampoli is a good manager? He overachieved in Chile by winning one Copa America, a team who has never won a cup in their history, and he did good at Sevilla. For me, I think it's all about the kind of fits. Obviously, Chile's players, their mindsets went well with Sampaoli. Like I was always thinking that Argentina should have worked out a deal to get Simeone just for the World Cup. They should have worked out a deal with Atletico say, look, Simeone, can you just come just for the World Cup and just help us do something? I think Mourinho offered his services for Portugal at one point. Say, I'm just going to come in for this game and that's it. But I'm not really fully your guy. I'll just come in and do a job for you here. Um, but yeah, look, as I said, Harry Kane is going to end up top scorer. But I keep running people that Harry Kane will be top scorer, but has he been the best player at this World Cup? Is Harry Kane even in the conversation of being amongst the best players? Because Harry Kane played as well as Inouye, as Modric, as Coutinho, as Neymar, as Godin? I don't think so. I mean, as I say again, two good goals against Tunisia, but three penalties and a deflection. You know, three penalties and a deflection. But look, man, England need a hero. They need a guy to rally around, and I get it. So you know, I can't fault the English for that. But I just think I like to look at things objectively. I don't think Harry Kane is in the conversation. I think England's best player. I think you're looking at either Maguire or Walker. I think Maguire and Walker have been really good. You know, I think those guys have been putting some really quality shifts for them. I think England's defense has really impressed me. Their defense has really impressed me. Um, yeah, no, Zidane is better than Iniesta. I mean, that's not even close. Um, Well, you can call Fellaini a donkey, and I think donkeys are actually pretty cool animals. But look, a G is a G, and then the guy hit a G. You see that's because I was watching highlights of Ronaldinho. I was watching highlights of Ronaldinho, and I was like, the joy that Ronaldinho gave to me, Cristiano and Messi don't give to me. Actually, no player today gives me the joy that Ronaldinho gave to me. Like Ronaldinho was like, wow, he really made you enjoy football. Are you saying that Messi puts a smile on your face or Cristiano puts a smile on your face in the way that Ronaldinho did? You know, if you say yes, you're lying to yourself. Like Ronaldinho was a special player. That's why I said, even if I don't make him a horseman, Ronaldinho, I put him in the category of like Okocha, where these guys did things on a football pitch that nobody else really would even dare to do. Some of the things that Ronaldinho pulled off were just absolutely criminal stuff. Um, yeah, man. Look, man. Russia, Croatia. As I said again, I mean, my vid is gonna go out on that later on. But I have a funny thing about Russia. Like, I think Russia can do something special. Like Russia just beating Spain, coming through Spain in that penalty shootout, just showed that look, man, these guys could do something. I think these guys could definitely do something, and I think you definitely can't sleep on them, man. You definitely can't sleep on Russia, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see Russia in the bloody World Cup semi or even like a World Cup final. I would not be surprised, because they have the spirits with them. They have the spirits and also pitching within them. Kaka was overrated. I always said this. People didn't listen to me. Kaka was always overrated. And when we go back to the whole Cristiano thing, man. Yeah, man, that's pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. I mean, Cristiano at Juventus. I mean, I never saw that happening. I really believed that Cristiano would either retire at Real Madrid or he would end up going back to Sporting Lisbon. So those were the only two things happening: retire at Real Madrid, or in the next like 2 seasons, he then goes to Sporting Lisbon to spend like a season or two there to relax. Which is what like what Ronaldo did when he went back to Corinthians. Um, let's see what else is happening, man. England. PSU. PSG have the players to win the Champions League, but I'm not sure whether Tuchel is the right guy. Like Tuchel, he's a quality coach. He's a quality manager, man. But I don't think that he has the ability to really inspire this team to really win to really win the Champions League. I think it's a bit too much to ask for. It's a bit too much to ask for him, man. So, but that's what I'm looking at Barcelona, man. Like Real Madrid. I mean, if Real Madrid sell Cristiano, I think it's a totally new team, and I think like for me, at Real Madrid, I'm not even in a conversation. Like Real Madrid are not out of there. So I'm looking at Barcelona, man. I'm looking at Barcelona and I'm looking at Man City. I think Guardiola is going to go again. He's going to keep it improving. I think he's going to get players in key areas, and maybe they'll go one step further and actually go all the way. So remember, guys, if you desperately want a question answered and you want me to see it, use this super chat, because again, there are lots of these comments here, so it's impossible to see all of your stuff. I'm trying to answer as many as I can, but it's impossible. So if you desperately want a question answered, use the super chats, and then I will be able to see it. Yeah, a lot of big guys have been saying, and I think we've even touched on it on the banter guys. Trippier has probably been England's best player. I think actually the defense of England has really surprised me. So guys saying Harry Kane has been England's main man, I'm like, that's just you being biased. I mean, the defenders, what they've done over 90 minutes and how they've played, and the effectiveness has been really good. Yeah, Ronaldinho was amazing. He was a special player. What's the criteria for being a horseman? So basically, to be a horseman, I think key thing, the one you have to have a World Cup winners medal. That is non-negotiable. So, but before we can even talk about you, you have to have a World Cup winners medal. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you have to be an amazing player. You have to show amazing ability, amazing quality, and you have to be at least one of the best players in your position and one of the best players of your generation. And I think the third key thing is your impact. What impact did you make within football, beyond football, culturally, what kind of effect did you have? How did you revolutionize the game? How were you able to be set apart from everyone else in your field? That's why, like Messi, see, Messi has two of the things because Messi has the impact, Messi has the ability, but he just doesn't have the World Cup winners medal, and that's the one thing he's missing. Cristiano just doesn't have any of them, and because Cristiano doesn't have the ability, he doesn't have the impact, and he doesn't have the World Cup winners medal. So Cristiano is not even in the conversation. So Iniesta has the ability, but he doesn't have the impact. I think what Iniesta is missing is the impact. That's the one thing that he's missing. So those are the three key criteria for the. I would say it's tough, man, because there've been a lot of players. A lot of players. The fact that there are only 5 horsemen out of the hundreds, thousands of players that they've been shows you how hard it is to be named and be called a horseman. Um, Messi doesn't make people smart the way that Ronaldinho did. Nah, Ronaldinho makes you go out and play football. Messi, no, like Ronaldinho did crazy things. He did crazy things. He did like Ronaldinho would do stuff and say, "How the hell did he do that?" And he had a smile on his face. Like Messi is a robot. Ronaldinho is an artist. Like Messi is like, wow, it's like a guy just do, 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 do. Ronaldinho was like a creative artist, So like there's a huge thing. Opinion on Nabil Fekir. Fekir, he's a quality player. Definitely a quality player, knows how to play, good for footballing brain. Um, Works obviously very well in a counter attack. No, I mean, he's a good player, but that can easily improve. I think with all of these players, I think for them to really be put on the huge market is, can you be consistent, do it over multiple seasons, and can you do it in a tougher league with tougher defenses, and can you do it in the Champions League? So those are the questions that you just have to arise from you being like, this is a quality player to like, okay, no, this is a guy that we should really be listening to. I mean, how dare you even ask me, Zidane or Zlatan? Are you flipping kidding me? I mean, that's ridiculous, man. Uh, what do you think of Juve's new attack? Costa, Dybala, Cristiano, Mandzukic again will be the sacrifice, apparently. Yeah, no, no, look, that's a pretty good front line. I said again, that is a pretty damn good front line. I mean, it'll be very interesting to see, Cristiano on one wing, Costa on one wing, Dybala in behind, and then you have Mandzukic up top. That'd be pretty crazy. Or just play like a three of Cristiano, Dybala, and Costa would be pretty interesting. So just this is the fact that how you can work that out and organize things with the spacing and who plays where and who makes the runs will be very good. But I think it's because it may not work. Let's just be real. Dybala and Cristiano may not work. Like having two great players or having two quality players on the same team doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work. It never really means that. So, first Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he's a quality player, good player. But again, I think he can definitely improve. Sometimes his decision making can be a bit off, but I do like his confidence in trying to take a man on. I always admire players who want to really dribble and beat a man. Guys who are scared and always are looking for the pass. Those are not really guys on my flow. Um, Help you with Chelsea. How do you want me to help with Chelsea? Please tell me. Look, if thoughts on Belgium winning the World Cup, if Belgium beats Brazil, I think that would be huge. If Belgium managed to take out Brazil, then I think we definitely have to look at Belgium. But like, guys, let's be real. Can we really live in a world where Martinez is a World Cup winning manager? Like, let's just be fully real now. Can we actually live in a world where Roberto Martinez, is a World Cup winning manager? That in itself is insane. That is flipping insane. Mourinho is not a clown. Shut the hell up, man, before I boot you up. Look, man, we're hearing Sarri is going to be the coach. Hopefully Sarri is going to be that coach. So we have to just wait and see whether Sarri is going to be the coach, because if Conte is still the coach, Chelsea should forfeit. There's no point in Chelsea even playing the season if that clown, Anthony Conte, is still the manager, because Conte is a clown. There is no way that he should really be allowed to still be coach of these boys, man. No way. I already give my criteria for being a horseman. I think you may have missed it. Um, Look, as I said again, for England, I think who knows? I mean, something tells. I just think the way that they went through, something tells me that England can make the final. Like I have Sweden winning the game on penalties, but that's just my gut feeling. But England could definitely easily win that game, and I think, as I said again, England make the final. I think England win the World Cup. If England can somehow manage to make that World Cup final, I think I think they win the World Cup because I don't see England losing a World Cup final. Because this country are so desperate for that glory. I don't see them losing a World Cup final. So um, no, 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 no. Let's see what else I say. Yeah, and well, if Chelsea got Kovacic, that would be huge. That would be huge because Fabregas is crap. Krapinski. I think he's still in the academy. Fabregas is gone. He's fully declined. How Fabregas is still a Chelsea starts or even anywhere near Chelsea is crazy because like the Fabregas just isn't that good anymore. Occasionally he can give a quality game, but he's too slow, can't keep up with the game, and just doesn't have the legs that he once had. Whereas Kovacic is a great football player. Right foot, left foot, great pass of the ball, can run with the ball, is very confident, can play on the big stage, very rarely gets shaded, and also man, he can play with a dislocated shoulder, unlike some people. Um, all right, what are you guys rolling with now? What are you guys rolling with? All right. I should change your do you think? Look, I think if Cristiano manages to go to Juventus, I think their chances of winning the World Cup increases because I've always said that Juventus definitely have the team to get to a Champions League final. But I think to win it, they are lacking a superstar player, and they haven't really had that kind of superstar player for a long time, But I do think that in Cristiano, you have a superstar goal scorer, and you have a guy who has won the Champions League for two different teams. He knows what it means to play in a Champions League final, and I wouldn't I wouldn't bet grass or carbon dioxide on that clown Higuain because Higuain is trash, like fully trash. But I'll bet something, on your boy, what's his face, Cristiano. So I think with Cristiano, you can say they will definitely win the Champions League. But if Juventus get to a Champions League final and they have a Cristiano in their team rather than a Higuain, their chances are far greater. Like you put Cristiano. So let's say Real Madrid didn't have Cristiano, and Juventus had Cristiano in that 2017 final. Juventus probably win it. If Juventus had Cristiano in that final against Barcelona, Juventus give Barcelona a really good game. Even if that was a great Barcelona side. So that's how I say it. Zlatan or Cristiano? That's interesting. That is interesting. For me, I think that Zlatan will go down as being one scoring some of the best goals that we've ever seen from a single player. Like the variety of goals that Zlatan has scored has been amazing. But I think I would put Cristiano over him because of Cristiano's consistency. I think Zlatan is more explosive and he's far more dynamic than Cristiano. Well, Cristiano is just a pure goal scorer, but Zlatan will, score like an overhead kick from the halfway line, volleys, free kick. Cristiano's free kick taking is horrible, absolutely horrible. Like how many times has Cristiano hit the wall from his free kicks? I'm not hating. I'm just like a real question, legit question. How many times has Cristiano hit the wall taking a free kick? Yeah, man, England. You don't want Sweden to take the lead. I don't want. I think England take the lead and Sweden equalize. Sweden take the lead. I don't know. I don't know whether England can get back in the game. Um, Look, but France, Uruguay is going to. Oh, that's going to be tasty, man. That's going to be really tasty. That's going to be really tasty. But I think Uruguay are going to have something for Mbappe. I think that they're going to really make it tough for him. I think it's going to be a much tougher, closer game. A much tougher, closer game than people think. Yeah, man. Sterling can't start. I mean, for me, Sterling isn't working in this England team. I do not know why Southgate persists with it. Rashford should start. Either Rashford or Loftus-Cheek, but I would start with Rashford. I know he's young and everything, but he's 20 years old. He's ready to go. And at 20, he can easily play 90 or 120 minutes. He has the engine to do so. And I just think that, Rashford just has a better football brain than Sterling. And I think Rashford would be able to link in well with Kane in that team. They'll be able to combine. Um, yeah, look, man, if Zidane wins a World Cup with France, that would be mad, man. That would be completely mad. Charlemagne or Joe Budden? I'm going to say Joe Budden right now. I was a huge Charlemagne fan, but I think as of right now, I think Joe Budden has to be one of the most interesting, funniest people in the world right now. As in the world right now, one of the most interesting human beings on the planet right now is Joe Budden. He's psychotic, he's crazy, he's odd, he's weird, but he's very interesting as well. Like an absolutely very interesting dude. Um, yeah, man, I watched Game of Thrones, man, but I actually prefer Power. Now the thing about Game of Thrones is this: Game of Thrones has the writing in Game of Thrones has declined. The acting in Game of Thrones has declined. Some of the acting in Game of Thrones isn't very, very good. But Game of Thrones has the best production value and best effects of anything that has ever been in cinema, easily. Like Lord of the Rings, anything. If the production value, the battle scenes, the fantasy elements, just the visuals of Game of Thrones is the best that has ever been seen ever on film or TV. So on that aspect, that's what makes it amazing. But the writing isn't that great. The characters isn't that great. So I watch it because I'm a huge, huge fantasy fan. So I love fantasy like magic, dragons, all that stuff. So I watch it for those epic scenes. Like some of the battle scenes, I think episode 9 in season 1, I think episode 9 in season 4, some of the battle scenes in Game of Thrones was nuts, like insane. Like those episodes were better than most films. Craziness, absolutely craziness. And obviously, yeah, the Battle of the Bastards. Look, man, because I don't want to give out any spoilers, but in case guys don't see much, so I'm gonna do like a little spoiler thing, for Thrones, man. I won't even do like a power review. I may do that on the ground. It's a little power review. Um, yeah, Liam Bailey is really good, really good. I've seen some clips of him, of what he's done. I've seen him play. I think that guy's going to be a really good player. I think, let him develop and get better. But I think that guy's going to be a really, really good player. And he should stay with Jamaica. He should definitely stay with Jamaica. Um, the meaning of life is for football. That is the meaning of life. I checked it. Um, I couldn't give a damn whether Ronaldinho said Messi was better than I couldn't give a damn. For me, I take Ronaldinho over Messi every day of the week. Every day of the week. Give me Ronaldinho. Pick Ronaldinho over Messi every day of the flipping week, man. Ronaldinho was different. Different beast. Different beast. Um, see what you guys are saying. Yeah, man. Well, Muslera. I mean, how many penalties does this guy even save, man? Um, yeah, look, man. I think Portugal should have done better than they actually did. You know, I think those guys they definitely flopped, and they should have definitely because look, they came in as European champions. How do you come in as European champions and flop like that? That's not good, man. That's not good. So those guys really, really flopped. Um, Closest player ability profile wise to Zidane in football. As of right now, there isn't a Zidane, man. Like there's no one was what I call it. Zidane was an artist. Zidane was an artist. I told you Iniesta in Zidane, bro. Iniesta's a really good quality player. He ain't Zidane. He ain't Zidane, man. I'm sorry. The same thing with like Pirlo, Zidane. These guys were different players, man. No, I mean I've heard of Berserk, but I've never actually read it. So favorite Premier League season. The season when Newcastle almost won it was pretty crazy. Where they messed up and United then came through. That was a pretty crazy season. Leicester season was coming. That has to be one of the best seasons based on the run that they had. That was an amazing season to actually see. Um, so I watched the first episode of Viking. And I think I've watched 2 episodes of Viking. Interesting, but I think you definitely have to really, really get into it. I want to finish off. Fuck. What's this thing called? Narcos. Marcos. I used to do martial arts. I used to do judo. I used to do judo a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen the first 3, 4 episodes of Narcos, man. So I'm gonna get back into it. Kagawa is not an underrated. No, Kagawa used to be really, really good. When he moved to United, I thought he was definitely like maybe top 15, top 20 midfielders in the world. But I think, since he moved back to Dortmund, I think he had a few injuries or something. He's declined. Although he did play pretty well for Japan, but I think he was definitely, um, I think Osako and Inui definitely did a lot better than he did in my view. No, Rebic has been really good. Although Rebic, he almost messed up for that thing that led to a penalty. But I think Rebic has been really good. I mean, I think his dribbling, you know, is really, really, really nice, man. His dribbling is really, 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 really nice. I like that. Um, yeah, if I told you, I'm not a gamer. I play RPGs. That's what I play. I don't really play. All I play are really is Halo Reach, Pro Evo, and RPGs. So, but I may do more like gaming reviews or like video game retrospective. Um, America or Netherlands qualify. Well, they should. America should. I think America really messed up. How America allowed Panama to qualify ahead of them is insane. How they allowed that to happen is absolutely insane. And Netherlands qualify for the next World Cup. Yeah, they. The state of Netherlands is not great, but I think that they are in very good hands. Koeman is definitely a good quality manager. But do they have the players? Do they have the players? Where's your David, your Seedorf, your Bergkamp? Your the Boers. Are they there? I've got no idea. Um, Look, man, I don't even know where Riquelme is. Riquelme should be playing. Shouldn't be the coach of Argentina. They should get Simeone, just as Simeone has now. I think he's now done like a long-term contract with Argentina now, so I don't think Simeone is going to be leaving anytime sooner. Um, so that's the thing. Yeah, I don't watch as much anime now, but I don't know whether this is more manga. Fist of the North Star is one of the most effed up mangas I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely insane. I used to watch a bit of Dragon Ball Z as well. But Fist of the North Star, if you watch that manga, Lord in heaven, Lord in flipping heaven. Oh yeah, 95, 96 Premier League season. I think that was the crazy one. I think that was the year before. That is where Blackburn won it. Um, so Uh, nah, never. I saw the first episode of Lost, but I think I really, 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 really dislike Damon Lindelof, and I hate his writing style. And I'm not a fan of J.J. Abrams as well. And things I heard about Lost, I said we don't really get to me. But also Galactica is a great series, man. If you haven't watched it, I think that's a quality series. Really, really quality series. Yes, I used to do judo, and the Russian dude used to kick my ass. So there you go. Um, Uh, it's man look pretty good next season, man. They look pretty damn good next season. The cooking is coming soon, man. The cooking is definitely coming soon. Don't worry, man. I'm working on this. I'm working on giving you guys something very interesting. Speaking of which, I need to even hit the shopping market. Pretty damn soon. Eh, What else are you guys saying, man? Um, Opinion on the expansion to 42 or so teams in the World Cup. Stupid. It's no, 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 no. I think that's just really, really wrong. That should not happen. And I think that this World Cup should show FIFA that 32 is the perfect number. Anything more, I just think that it dilutes it because you still have to try and maintain some quality. And the whole point of qualification or say the number of teams is quality. Because again, like, has there been okay, you may say Panama and Saudi Arabia, but I think Saudi Arabia, I mean, the one thing that really didn't really show any kind of quality was Panama. Saudi Arabia eventually improved. Egypt weren't bad, even if the last three games were okay. So apart from Panama, there wasn't an out and out just horrible team. And the quality of football has been really good. And I think there haven't been that many blowouts. There've not been that many completely one-sided games, which has actually been pretty good to see. So um uh, thinking of writing a script, man. I always say just say brainstorm. The more you plan, the more you brainstorm and put your ideas down, the better your thing will be. And then just write away, man. Just write away. And at a party, actually, no, I mean, a Maradona party would be much more fun because he's insane. But I think I'd rather party with R9 because I think I'll probably be able to actually talk to him. I don't think Maradona you can actually talk to. I think he's a bit psycho. I will not reveal my age, thank you. I mean, was Figo really a betrayal? Look, man, let a guy move, man. Why can't a guy move to a different place? So, guys, look, man, I'm about to head out to the supermarket, man. About to head out to the supermarket. I'm probably going to be making some pancakes tonight. Who is a better dribbler between Messi, Hazard, and Neymar? Might be Hazard. Might be either Hazard. It's between Hazard or Neymar. I think those guys are pretty. It's definitely a toss up bit between two of those dudes. All right, guys, I'm heading out. So remember the two other previews are gonna be dropping tonight. So you can see them being dropped there tonight, and then afterwards, there's going to be more Hope Meets Banter stuff. So watch out for new content on here. Peace out, stay true, and remember, stay black. Peace, stay safe, ish.